Here is one of my stories that has shaped me as a human and what I do. Although I almost failed in my nursery class, but after that, I have been a decent student. For most of my classes, I have been above average in my academics. And apart academics, I have several hobbies like I played chess and I was good at public speaking, giving presentations. I was good at aptitude tests, and everything was going so well until and unless something happened one day that made me realize that there is something seriously wrong with me. This one day was when our university was training us for placements in our fourth year. And that day also, everything went pretty much well. I did exemplary on the aptitude test, I did well in the interview, I did well while giving a presentation. And now, what was next and what was at the end was a group discussion. And there was a big table, and around 10 students were seated around that table. We were given a topic which I don't remember what it was, and we were supposed to discuss about that topic. And then students started speaking, and as everyone spoke more and more, somehow I realized I was just unable to speak. I couldn't figure out how do I pitch in, what do I say, and I felt an extreme sense of anxiety. I started feeling insecure. I couldn't comprehend what was happening that day. It was the first time in my life I had to encounter something like that. Somehow it hasn't happened before. To add to my anxiety, a well meaning professor was sitting behind me and he was gently poking me again and again to speak, but I was just not able to. After that incident, I was just devastated. I started feeling that there is something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me, and from that day I started noticing it more. It was not just about in the academic setting, it was not about the knowledge. Even in the family settings where people were talking, I was just lost in my own thoughts, and I realized I never contributed. And so even some of our relatives were like, you are so well educated, why are you not speaking up? And then I started feeling more like a failure. And I recalled more incidents. As an example, in one of our computer networks class, our professor asked a question. Nobody knew the answer to that, so everyone was silent. And I thought that the answer to this question was time. So I spoke time, but my voice was so feeble. But he got it and he was very happy. And he kept on asking who said time. But somehow I just kept quiet. And later on, I regretted it. Why couldn't I speak up? And maybe I would have gotten good internal marks. And then I started thinking more about it. Was it my shy nature? Was it my sensitive nature? Was it my lack of confidence? And I don't think that was the case because on a stage, I am good. I am really good. I have spoken in a number of conferences. Even when I was in BTech, I have given a lot of presentations, and I was good at it, but I didn't realize what was wrong. And then the days passed and weeks passed, and this started eating me up from inside. Then I decided to do some research on it. I Googled, and after some time, I realized I was something which is called an introvert. This word stayed with me ever since then till today. I started doing some more research on what is an introvert because I really wanted to get rid of that part of my personality. To my luck, I came across this book called Quiet by Susan Cain. And the title of the book is Quiet: The Power of Introverts in a World That Cannot Stop Speaking. She also has a TED talk on this, and watching that completely changed my perspective towards myself. So, some of the nice facts from there are, so, first of all, one in three people is an introvert. So, introverts are not rare. Sensitive people, shy people are more likely to be introverts. That's yet another research. And what comes next, what she tells is introverts have better IQs. And she says it's not her who says it, it's by research. Introverts get better grades and introverts make for good leaders. Some of the best leaders in the world, they are introverts. They didn't like speaking uh, so much, especially among the people when they were. Now that changed my perspective, and then I focused on my GATE exam. I gave my PhD exam, and things were going really well. But yeah, then again, I understand that in a modern setting, you have to sit between people and you need to talk to them. So, well, yes, I'm an introvert, but I figured out one idea to deal with it, which I would like to share. So over the time, whenever we have some meetings, whether it was during PhD or it was now in our departmental meetings, instead of feeling anxious about and thinking about, "Oh, why am I not speaking or what am I going to speak?" I now very respectfully focus on what others have to say. So I take it like a listening activity. I carefully listen to people, often by repeating their words aloud in my mind. And when I start doing this, naturally I start speaking. So that is one way in which I am dealing with it. And if you have some more ways, I really like to hear them in the comments. But that said, there are often meetings where I end up not speaking anything. If two or three people are talking, I usually end up being in my own thoughts. And I am 33 now. Like I am past that young age. I'm quite an adult now, and I have learned to be okay with it. So, one of the lessons that I have learned all through the time is it's okay to be yourself. There are goods and bads of it, and I don't think now I have any complaint against my personality or my bringing up that I am an introvert. I get to celebrate that I am a good public speaker, which introverts usually are. So there are goods and bads of it, and I cherish that. So that can happen in a lot of other ways for you. So for me, one of the things is being an introvert, and yeah, I've started cherishing it.